which means if he and Curtis put their heads together, they can make Michael look like a saint in every other media outlet by the end of the day.
You're not going to have to worry about Curtis, okay? He's going to be too busy trying to defend his Aunt Stella from charges of insurance fraud.
Drew, how did you know that Stella was being investigated for insurance fraud?
Because I am a congressman, and I hear things, and that's not my point.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here. And welcome to Soul Caps, y'all. Oh, man, we had an interesting episode today, man. We had an interesting episode today. Woo! This stuff with Martin and Drew is getting spicy up in here, man. So that's where we're going to start. So this is the first of two videos because we got to talk about this conversation that they had earlier episode. And then we obviously going to be talking about the end. We're going to talk about Curtis, his scene with Stella and Lexus towards the end. And then the very last cliffhanger. Those will be the last two videos I upload for Wednesday's episode. But let's start right here, though. So the last few days we've been talking about it. Ever since, this stuff with Stella came up with the insurance fraud, and we know that Drew made that phone call. We've been talking about it ever since, how Martin is a victim inside of that situation, because Drew calling in on trying to get Stella caught up with that. I'm still wondering, like, the one thing that I'm still wondering about is if Drew I don't think Drew knew, though, that Martin was benefiting from Stella messing with the dates on the insurance fraud, right? So that he could get his back covered. So Drew calls in on him. And so Martin, for the first time in this conversation that he's having with Drew, finds out that Drew actually knew, like, he kind of got himself caught up in this situation. And what was funny was Drew didn't admit that he made a phone call to the insurance fraud investigators to go investigate Stella. And Drew doesn't know that they were investigating Martin as a person of interest in this case. So he says that, so Drew's little excuse here is that he knew about the insurance fraud stuff because of he's a congressman. But he didn't say that he made the phone call, right? So Martin is left to speculate, like, how the hell Drew knew about it. But then he says because he's a congressman, he hears about these things. But maybe Martin is starting to speculate that Drew knows a little bit more about this than he's letting on. Because you can kind of see that Martin's whole tune on Drew has shifted a little bit. And we were talking about this when it comes to the Michael case with the punch and eye, the assault case or whatever. We were talking about how Martin is going to be the key witness, because it's going to come down to if Martin is going to turn on Drew. And I'm starting to think it could be. We'll talk about it in that last video, but boy, oh boy, if Martin turns on Drew, ooh-wee, he ain't got no case against Michael here. His plan's gonna fall all through the cracks. Now, we did get a little bit of a sentiment. This is why this is the first of two parts, because we got to talk about Drew and what he plans on doing if Martin doesn't cooperate with him. Let's talk about that next, y'all. But go ahead and give me your thoughts here. Give this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching Soul Caps, y'all.